Hello and welcome, my name's James Howlett, Honeybee Products. Today we're in one of our out apiaries, the date's the 20th of April. We're going to be going through a Technoset Hive, which was actually a shook swarm late last year, just to give people an idea of what to expect from their Technoset Hive in the spring.
Go.
Okay, so the first thing you want to do when you approach your Technoset Hive is take the roof off. So obviously 2 clips, one at the back, one at the front. Like I say, this is the first spring inspection of this hive, so it's going to be a full inspection just to see what state the bees are in, if she's queen right, if there's any disease. So as you can see, it's probably across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 seams of bees, 6.5 seams of bees, which is relatively good for a late shook swarm last year. Obviously, hive tools, always put your hive tools, soda crystals, give it a good wash between hives. You see, these particular bees are actually very, very tame, we shall say. I'll probably regret saying that in a second. Okay, so there's a bit of pollen on that outside frame. There's definitely some honey. So on initial thoughts, stores look quite good. So they're not starving or anything like that. I'll just drop that one behind for a second just to give me a bit of room in the brood chamber. If we see the queen and she's not clipped, which I know she's not clipped, we are going to do that as well. Okay, so second frame in, as you can see, we'll just pop that there. We've got quite a nice patch of brood. I knew I'd regret saying that about the bees being quite tame. There's a small patch of brood. It's still a bit of a honey arc, good stores of pollen, so overall looking quite good. I'm just going to have a quick look for the queen, see if I can spot her. There's good fresh laying in here as well, probably 2 to 3 day old eggs. Again, on the reverse of this second frame, there's a good brood pattern. So it looks like this queen's come through quite nicely. She's laying up quite nicely. Obviously the weather's been quite bad still. It's really the first day I've been out doing full inspections of hives. I can't see the queen on this frame, so we'll pop it back. But again, there's a good honey arc. Not too much pollen on this particular frame. Just pop that one back in. This queen is actually a buckfast queen, as I say, which we put in late last year. And as you can see, the bees are actually quite nice. I can wave my hand across, there's not too much flying. They're not running around the frames. So you can see a nice brood pattern again. Seems to be she's working quite well. I can't see any varroa damage this early. This is probably the first real brood cycle of the year. I can't see the queen yet. I probably won't find her now I'm on camera. Again, that's probably a full frame of brood, as you can see. Again, honey arc, pollen. Really nice temperament of bee as well, I gotta say. No queen though. As you can see, this is still quite a small colony, so I've actually got one of the entrances closed off. They're just using the far one. Probably that entrance is open, that's why they've brooded up this side where it's maybe a little bit warmer, drafty. Again, it's a third frame of brood. Honey arc, nice clean bees. This actual hive is on wooden frames, but there are plastic frames for Technoset hives as well. Just going to have a look for the queen again. She's probably evaded me. To be honest, she's not usually on frames that have already been laid in, and especially with sealed brood, so I doubt she's on here. I'm hoping she's further over that side. I'm not going to go, oh crikey, I'm not going to go back through to especially find her. What I'll do is I'll just find her on the next inspection, mark down that she's not been clipped. Obviously for me, I run quite a few colonies, so time is at the essence. And Nadine will show you in a minute, I've got a fair few other hives to look at here. No queen. Again, that's the fourth frame of brood. Some nice honey arc. There's some old stores in there, I can see it's crystallised. Still looking for the queen. No sign of disease in this colony at all. There she is. Get the glove off. She knows I'm after her now. I'm just going to let her crawl to the top of the frame, but there's not so many bees, so I can actually get me pinchers round her. And I missed. I'm just going to pop that back in for a second. Clipping of a queen is actually quite easy. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. Watch. There you go, that's her done. Just drop her back in, just like so. There you go, she's back in. And to be honest with you, I don't even need to look any further through this hive. It's just literally a case of keeping an eye on it and either adding supers or a brood chamber to it. The oilseed rape is probably about 200 yards behind us. It's 3 weeks late, so I wouldn't think there's going to be much of a honey flow. It will probably have a super, probably with 7 to 10 days. But what we should do now, I think, is just close it up. There's no need to go any further. I've got nothing else I need to look at. There's a queen present. She's laying. There's 4, 5 frames of brood, I think. We'll just have a double check on that one. Just check this next frame over. Hive tool in the ground. Yeah, again, another full frame of brood. Honey arc again, so they've got enough stores at the moment. Obviously it's still early spring, so there's a lot of spring flowers out, pollen's coming in. Like I say, I've got no real reason to keep looking at this, but to show you how the Technoset Hive works and how we think it's really good. Obviously the maintenance side of it, I've got no painting. It's basically a wash down for sort of, if I wanted to, I could take that brood chamber away, put another yellow brood chamber in its place with a floor, take it back home, and it's a jet wash clean. Gets rid of any disease. It's just really a simple method where I get to be out beekeeping more than I do spending in the shed. If you need any more information, obviously you can contact us through the website, which is www.honeybeeproduct.co.uk for more information on the Technoset Hive.